Hi everyone, and welcome to Ohio Valley Couponer. Today it is Tuesday, January the 7th of 2025, and I'm coming at you guys with another video. All about the Shopkick Old Spice drama that has many people canceling Shopkick and no longer using them. But I wanted to do another update video on this because of some new information I found out about and to kind of give another update on who is really to blame here. Is it Shopkick? Or is it somebody else? Or does it lie in between? And I personally think it does lie somewhere in between. But I'm going to explain it to you and give you guys my thoughts on the whole situation. So it's going to be a good video. So I hope you guys stay tuned and listen. I have had quite a few people really come to Shopkick's defense, especially on the last video I did about Shopkick. You know, giving them the benefit of the doubt and giving reasons why they feel like Shopkick, yes, they made a mistake by obviously having this offer still advertised for days after they intended for it to be out there. But they gave them the benefit of the doubt, saying this is a costly mistake. And, because people bought so many deodorants, they couldn't afford to pay for the deal. Which, you know what, is possible. Manufacturers do work with the rebate apps, and maybe Old Spice, and actually probably very likely Old Spice, gave them a limit on how many of these offers they could pay out, and Shopkick didn't remove it in time. So Shopkick would be losing money, because if they paid them out, they would be losing money. Because the Old Spice, deal, they would only reimburse them for the amount of offers they, allowed, which is a possibility for sure. It's actually pretty likely that is what happened. However, where I disagree is that the customers shouldn't have had to pay for their lie. That is just my opinion. It is one thing if you guys want to give Shopkick the benefit of the doubt, but also please keep in mind that I'm allowed to have my opinions as well. I had some not so nice comments, especially on the last Shopkick video I did. I just went ahead and removed them. People just saying, I'm being over dramatic. It's not that big of a deal. Just return the deodorants and basically shut up. They didn't use that word, but that's pretty much what they meant. Also, people just, say I'm dramatic and I'm doing this for views, that really this is not that big of a deal with Shopkick. I can assure you, I would much rather have Shopkick be an app that I continue to use and promote, because that creates more deals in my videos. Not talking about Shopkick will make less deals in my videos. This is kind of a hot topic on the last video because I said we're losing a rebate app. Because for me, I'm no longer going to promote an app that does stuff like this unless they make drastic action to correct this. People are like, we are not losing a rebate app. You can still use Shopkick, stuff like that. However, I am disappointed because on this channel, yes, I understand mistakes can happen. However, this resulted in people losing a lot of money. And not everybody could just return the deodorants. So there are people who gave them as Christmas gifts. People said we were greedy for buying so many deodorants. There are a lot of people who gave these as Christmas presents to family members. And what are they going to do? Go back to the family member and be like, hey, I need you to give me my deodorant back because I'm not going to get the deal on it now. People who donated it, they can't just go to the homeless shelter or the organization and be like, hey, give me the deodorant back. For the customers who couldn't just go return their deodorant, it is a very frustrating situation. So that's the thing I've been seeing a lot. I've had a lot of people say return it, move on. Not everybody can just return it. So, and even if we can just return it, we shouldn't have to pay for this mistake. We were told we could get this deal at this specific time. We went and did the deal and they were like, oh, joke's on you. You can't get this deal. Back in the day, if we went and we used a paper coupon, they couldn't just call us up a week later and say, hey, we're taking this back. You got to pay us, whatever the value of the coupon was. So it's just a very unfortunate situation, but who is really to blame? I am going to give a little bit of a different perspective here. A lot of the blame has been shifted on Shopkick, and I do ultimately still hold them responsible for taking people's money back and for making up lies about this deal. However, there is another party that is involved in this and could be the reason why this happened. So we're going to go into this, but first, let me give you a quick recap of the situation. So the weekend before Christmas, if you guys know, you know, I didn't actually even get to do a video about it. I was planning on it, and then they yanked the deal away, which Shopkick loves to do that too. But, yeah. There was this insane deal on Old Spice deodorant. We had crazy high value Shopkick offers. 1,700 kicks per deodorant. Limit 5 for each of the varieties. There were so many rebates for different varieties. There were some for the dry sprays. There were some for all these different kinds of deodorant. Limit 5 each. You could stock up and get so much deodorant. Now, 1,700 kicks. That was $6.80 back, and they were $6.97 at Walmart. So, I mean, it was 17 cents a stick. And we were getting this for such a great deal. Shopkick clearly had it advertised. Clearly. That it was limit 5, that was 1,700 kicks, limit 5 for each variety. So I went through Walmart and got 21 deodorants. And I know a bunch of other people got even more than that because 17 cents is awesome. What happened here? So I actually went on the 22nd, it was a Sunday. I picked up these deodorants. I uploaded my receipt, but it actually pulled up most of them and said like the estimated amount of kicks I was supposed to get. It did miss one kind, I believe, yeah. But it pulled up, so you're going to get these kicks back, whatever. Okay, so I submit my receipt. Nothing happens. For about a week, finally processed, and it came back saying the receipt was like ineligible or something stupid like that, giving these bogus reasons that didn't even apply. Like the receipt was fine, everything was clear on there. Clearly showed the products I bought, the place I bought them, the time, the date, the amount, everything they needed to know was on there. So I knew that was bogus. So I did submit a ticket, and basically Shopkick said, you know, thanks for reaching out. Our Old Spice items were such a hit that we maxed out the kicks limit for the campaign and were unable to award you a recent receipt. Happy shopkicking. So basically they're saying that the deal maxed out and they're not going to give me the kicks back. I did respond and challenge them back and say like, hey, you guys still have this posted as available. Like, what do you mean you maxed out? You had this as available. It's not fair that you had it posted that I could still do it at that time when I submitted. Be like, oh, we're just not going to pay you because we ran out. So in their public response, they're just saying as well, I talked about this in my last video, basically the overwhelming popularity of the offer caused our system to malfunction, making the campaign appear in the app longer than intended. And basically they're saying they can't reward everyone who's participated, and they gave everybody 5,000 kicks, which is equal to $20, and that it should be all good. And they did go in and update their terms of use to say that basically they have the right to take kicks back whenever they want. So they did update that in their terms of use to support what they did. Now, I will say I have gotten some comments about this. Then I also watched Jody Dunn's video. She did a really good video talking about Shopkick and her thoughts on the situation about the Old Spice in particular. It actually raised up a really good point about the manufacturer of Old Spice and their potential involvement in this. And it actually makes a lot of sense. Guys, it's honestly very, very telling because the exact thing they've done in this situation that happened less than a month ago has basically happened with this Old Spice situation as well. This is pretty wild. So let me go ahead and tell you guys what happened. So I got this news story from NBC Connecticut, so I'll have it down below. Basically what happened here is there is this lady, her name is Judy. She, I guess, entered into a Charmin contest. She went on the Charmin website, and there was like some sweepstakes thing going on. If you entered and you won, you would actually get a free like year's supply of Charmin toilet paper. And so she entered this sweepstakes or whatever, and then she got an email a little bit later saying she won it, like from Charmin officially saying she won the sweepstakes and she was going to get like a huge mega pack of toilet paper, like one free pack a month. And she was all excited about it, whatever. Well, a couple days later, they sent her another email back saying, oh, we messed up, and you don't really win a year's worth of toilet paper. Accept our apologies. Here's a $2 off coupon for one time. Literally, that's what they said. So even though they like literally said that enter the sweepstakes on our website, the official website, and if you win, you get a year's supply of toilet paper. She did everything right, and she was contacted by Charmin that she won, and then they took it back. It was like, oh, we messed up. We're not really going to give you a year's supply of toilet paper, except this $2 coupon. Okay. Doesn't that sound familiar? Doesn't that sound familiar? They had this Old Spice deal available, and then whatever reason, maybe they did hit their limit. Maybe Shopkick's, I don't know. Maybe they just told Shopkick, oh, we're not going to pay you what we said. I don't know what reason they came up with. I do have a hard time believing that this is like just some weird coincidence. I really think that there is a correlation. Now, this is speculation. We don't know, but what it sounds like is maybe Shopkick really did leave the rebate up too long. And if that's the case, then I don't blame Old Spice for not wanting to foot the bill. However, if Old Spice, maybe this isn't Shopkick's fault. Maybe they didn't leave it up too long. If they didn't leave it up too long, and Old Spice just realized how much that was going to cost them, kind of like here with this woman who won a year's supply of toilet paper, and they decided, oh, that's too much. We're going to, backtrack and just give her a $2 coupon. Could that be what they did with Shopkick users when they were like, oh, we're going to have to pay these people, $150 in kicks? Well, we're not going to do that. That's too much money. We'll just give them the 5,000 kicks, $20. That's a peace offering. Was this P&G? I don't know. It could have been. It's a very weird coincidence if Shopkick and P&G both had very similar things like this happen at the same time. It's a pretty big coincidence if so. Or did Old Spice just decide that they were not going to pay as much, didn't realize the offer would do so well, and when they just saw how much they were going to pay out, they pumped the brakes on it and refused? We'll never know for sure, but it's a theory, and it's actually it's pretty likely. So if this is true, if P&G actually did decide, like, we're not going to pay Shopkick all this money, why would I not still use Shopkick? Well, here's the deal. This is a huge loss to Shopkick. I get that for sure. However, here's like my thought. Yes, Shopkick lost money on this. However, they pinned the loss on their customers and cheated their customers. They voided people's, gift cards. They went and removed kicks out of their accounts. That's not right. I'm sorry that this happened to Shopkick if that is what happened. However, it's not our fault, and you still had it on your app that this was available. And we shouldn't have to pay the price for, the drama between the two companies, if there is any. Again, this is just a theory. After hearing the correlation, and especially the time frame that these two things happen, I am very inclined to believe this. But what makes me mad is Shopkick literally put all the blame basically on the customers, took their money back, and that's not a company that I feel comfortable doing rebates with. And so I'm just disappointed in the whole situation. I wish Shopkick would have. Yes, it would have been a loss, but I looked it up and they make, millions of dollars a year based on what I'm seeing online. It says they make like over $24 million a year. Keep in mind, this is an estimate. This is on the internet, so they are not a publicly traded company, so it might not be true. However, so if that's true, I really think they should have just, took the loss and never worked with Old Spice again. If they're really a problem, never work with them again, but don't make your customers pay for it. And that's what I'm disappointed about. So all in all, it's quite the situation here. And unfortunately, we got the bad end of the deal. Whichever company is at fault, whether it is P&G or whether it is Shopkick, we'll probably never know. But yeah, it's definitely a crazy, crazy thing. And quite a start. End of our old year, start of our new year. So anyways, though, guys, that's what I got for this video. I hope y'all did enjoy, and maybe this gave you a different perspective and just some more information. If anything else comes out of this, I'll definitely keep talking about it if, more information comes out. If Shopkick does anything else, we'll have to wait and see. But, yeah, guys, that's all I got. I hope y'all enjoyed, and thank you so much for watching.